Hey guys, so I know I've gotten a lot of questions about the 3-axis and like what deck list to play. So I brought 4 deck lists, all from past tournaments in the recent weeks because this deck is pretty new. Not many people caught on to it quick. I mean, this one I think was from days ago, and this was one of the first lists that I saw. I know it's Cody. He told me he made the deck, so it's pretty cool. He made the idea. I know I've gotten the question, where does 3-axis come from? It's because all of these guys are level 3s, and why it's called Axis, I don't know. It's probably because of the links. Probably some link thing. But let's go into this deck list, and gonna go into another 3 that are pretty different. So let's just go into this. We have 1 Wandering Griffin Rider, 3 Adventure, Water Entrenchants, 3 Sangan, 1 Aurobria. This is the link combo, so Sangan gets you the Aurobria. 3 Red Rose Dragon. This is not a 3 of, because a lot of the time when you're doing this combo, you are not going, like, even if you have the Red Rose Dragon in hand, you're not going to use it because you need to make the Hulk as another link extender, and you would rather summon the Red Rose from deck off Hulk than actually normal summon it and just like sync with the Griffin Rider that way. But you know, as I showed in my combo videos, you can really do it any way you want. But I don't think it's 3 of just, and the reason I'm also saying that, just so you know, is just because it's a normal summon. Sometimes your normal summons can get cloggy. Obviously with this build we have tons of level 3 extenders, so that might not be as much of a problem. Rocks Rose Dragon, obvious, you have to play it for the whole engine. 3 Junk Forward. This is just because 2 level 3s is like full combo. 2 level 3s get you the Cherubini with the Adventure Package. The Adventure Package is really necessary for your combo because you have to synchro with the Griffin Rider. The Griffin Rider protects you from Neb, and you synchro with the token. So that level 7 and level 4 aspect is actually really crucial for doing the combo. So you want to get to that any way possible, and these level 3 extenders really help you. So 3 Sidekick Tracker, 3 Sidekick Welder, 2 Punk Zay Amen, 1 Foxy Tune, 1 Mad Aim Spider. Problem with I have with the Punk engines, and we're gonna see half the decks play Punk, half the decks not. My issue with it is just you can't use it as a normal summon because Rite of Armazer, I don't know this name, restricts you from using normal summoned effects the turn you activate it. So this is literally just an E-Tele target, and they're just playing this so they can search it and normal summon it. I don't know if I like that even. I think you could get away with just playing these 3 and not playing this, just because when you're still specialing this with E-Tele, you search this and then you send it to the grave, special this. But this is good if you just open the Foxy Tune. 1 Edgemp Sabers. Edgemp Sabers is a really powerful card in this deck. You can send it off Cherubini to put back your Mare. So you can't play the Exodia that is Mare unless it's in the deck. You need it in the deck. You can't special it from hand off Yazi. So Edgemp really helps you if you're capable of making the Cherubini because you already have the Adventure Package to actually put that Mare back and do full combo. So I think it's a really good card. It's like an Illusions of Chaos that's been out forever, but I mean, this is this text is on a lot of cards now, even with the Tri-Brigades. Destrudo, not the most necessary card, just a free tuner. It's a foolish target, so that's why you play it, because I know a lot of people might be asking, like, why not just play Adhara? Isn't it the same thing? But it's really just for that foolish aspect to give you a little more power in your card in case you already have the Adventure Package. Fairy Tale Snow. I think Fairy Tale Snow is pretty necessary just because if you get hand trapped, it lets you just, still play. I could go into, the lines with hand traps and how those affect the deck, but the kick, like, you still do a lot of stuff even if you get hand trapped. I mean, you still like make Riser Dragon and you still get DPE, so that's why you play Snow, because you'll get 2 Snows and DPE through an Ash or Ogre or something. Mare, 1 Artifact Scythe, 1 Destiny Hero Celestial, 1 Destiny Hero Dasher, 3 Forbidden Droplets, one of the best going second cards right now, I think. That's why he played it over hand traps. As we can see, we have no hand traps in this deck. Maybe that was wrong, because one thing interesting about the hand traps being level 3 tuners is they can function to do a lot of your combos, and really we're pretty we're just scooping going second to PK, I think. I don't think, even with the droplets, I don't even think we have a chance with all the follow-up they're going to have. And the Fog Blades are not... the Fog Blades are really powerful versus this deck, so droplet's not going to be enough. So maybe it's not good enough, but, you know, still good versus Print Kids, still good versus other decks, and it's a really good situational going second card. Small Worlds, this just adds consistency. I've seen multiple people make these long lists of small world targets. I could try to find that for you if you ask me in the comments, but it does help a lot with the consistency because, you know, it can turn this chunk forward into a Sangan, and that's really powerful because Sangan is the one card Hulk, or we can literally search anything we want in our deck, right? So Small World's a pretty good card. Do I play it? I'm still really not sold on it just because it's a neg1 and usually your hand's full combo anyway. 3 E-Telly, a must. 3 Rite of... we already established I can't say that. 1 Fateful Adventure. 1 Dracoback the Rideable Dragon. 1 Basil Roshu. 1 Fusion Destiny. 1 Foolish Burial. 1 Called By. 3 Artifact Lancey on the side. 1 Token Collector. You can send it off the Riser. 3 Dark Ruler. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. 1 Red Reboot. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. He said this helped with like Floowandereeze and stuff. I don't know if it's the most powerful going first trap that you could play in this deck, but that's something for you to explore. You know, you've seen so many side decks already, and we see the same side deck cards being put in our decks throughout every format. So it's kind of just the sides aren't very innovative, I don't think, anymore, which is sad because they used to have so many cool cards. You played like different dimension and like. Yeah, what are you going to do? Cards are really powerful right now going second, and there's a lot that exists that you have to play. Link Spider, 1 Salamangreat, Almirage, 1 Cherubini, 1 Hulk, 1 Dagda, 1 Predaplant Verte, 1 Nightmare Phoenix. This is probably the only card in this extra deck you could get away with cutting besides Boral Code and maybe Nightmare Unicorn. I think you need the access code talker just because it's so powerful going second, and that Link Climb is going to be the only way you win going second. Besides scything them on their turn, if you like, but like I said, you need to clear the board before you can scythe them, you know, for turn 3. 1 Herald, 1 Riser Dragon, 1 Yazi, 1 Borreload, Savage Dragon, 1 Baron, and 1 Destiny Hero Phoenix. I knew that first list took a long time, but just for the last 2, I'm not going to go over every individual card. This is a really cool list. This is Raphael's. He got, I don't know, but I saw this video on YouTube, and he's a good player. I think he got first at a tournament, but I just wanted to include a dragon version just so you know that like different decks are playing this. Even Swordsoul is playing the Rose package, right? I don't think this is necessarily the same thing, but, you know, I just wanted to throw it in there because I know a lot of people play Dragon Links. So 1 Wandering Griffin Rider, 3 Enchantress, 3 Black Metal, 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal, Celestial Dasher, 3 Chaos Space, 3 Rites, 1 Faithful Adventure, 1 Dracoback, 1 Basil Res Shoot, 1 Foolish, 2 Rocket Tracers, Rocket Recharger, Rocket Synchron, Absolute Router Dragon, Black Dragon Corset, Red Rose Dragon, Rox Rose. We know these cards. I'm just going to go over them. We have 7 Hand Traps. Nope. 10 Hand Traps. Nope. 12 Hand Traps. And Quick Launch and Dragon Ravine and Boot Sector Launch. So no droplets. And I think that's in line with what I was saying. So it's kind of hard to determine if droplets is worth playing when you just lose anyway a lot of the time. But I still think it's a powerful card that functions like no other. And cards like Chalice and anything else don't do the same thing because of Griffin Rider. So I think this deck's a cool example of the potential had even without Scythe, because our Fairy Tale Snow just carries us regardless. And, you know, we still have like Borreload, Baron, Seal. Like, we have a lot of going second cards. And one thing to know about the original version is you can splash cards like Guardian Pitsy and Striker Dragon in it, and, you know, make a really cool build too doing that. So a lot of people haven't actually merged the decks, but I think it's something to be explored in every archetype. For the side deck, we got Dino, Pinkertops, 3 Lancia, 1 Nibiru. I think Pinkertops is pretty strong right now, actually. 1 Effect Veiler, Token Collector, 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Called By, 1 Red Reboot, And then for the extra deck, just going to go over the ones that may not be as common. We see the Dark Charmer. I think this card's really strong to link climb. I would maybe consider playing it over the Phoenix in this build. One Quad Boral, one Striker, and the Seal, and, you know, the Hot Red. So, pretty cool deck. I like the other deck better just because I feel like Scythe guarantees the win, and Herald is really cool, but the rest of the three are going to be, or the rest of the two are going to be in line with the first deck, so just want to show you something a little different. Now we have Gabe. So Gabe's deck, I'm going to have to do that. So this is the 60 card build, and this deck is really restricted. It's really hard to play less than, I think, 46 cards, but and then at that point you're just like, why don't we just get to 60? So one thing I even considered was, you know, I want 2 hand traps going second every time. What if I just made the deck 40% hand traps? Because I'm not a math wizard, but that was just some logic to me. And I bricked a lot, you know. I played 24 hand traps and 60 cards, or whatever the ratio was. I mean, I tried a bunch of different ratios, like 58, 57, with always maintaining that greater than 40%. And I did brick a lot. So we see that he is not playing as many hand traps as I was testing, but he does play a lot. 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Ogre. Best hand traps, I think, right now. And then the 3 Effect Veilers, I think, is, in this deck particular, the 4th best hand trap. So I agree with that. I think that's really good. The Lancia Nib, really weird to me. I don't know if that's necessary. I know the Lancia is really cool with the Dagda, so you have another set target. The Droplets combo well with any of these hand traps. It's such a good combo card, and you can draw it as your 6th card, which, you know, it's never a bad thing. At least it's not dead. 3 Enchantress. He plays the 2 Griffin Riders and the 2 Fateful Adventurers for more follow-up throughout the game. Definitely don't think it's necessary considering you're going to win, but it will come up going second versus grinding against lesser played decks, and it's, I mean, it's like I see a lot do it, but there's also circumstances where you open up the combo and you can just like special the Griffin Rider. Another interesting thing is just using the Griffin Rider as a level 7, just like your Vishuda. So you can go special Griffin Rider, summon Red Rose Dragon, make a level 10 that way. And then still do your, you know, Cherubini combo, get your token or whatever, and then summon the Griffin Rider on their turn. But it's just a lot of power that could, I feel like, make the deck a little more inconsistent. So it's something to consider. And that's why I don't think it's definitive yet to me if playing 1 or 2 is better. And I know it helps you get to that 60 cards, but it's just something to think about. Destrudo, 3 Vishuda. Vishuda is a really strong going second card, as I said, but the level 3 extenders do help you fulfill the full combo. But I do understand it's just, you know, it combos with Red Rose, but you're usually not going to draw both those cards. So it's weird, especially in our 60 card deck. I do like it as a going second card, and I understand it, but also having to play that Monk in the extra deck, I would consider, you know, cutting this. I don't think it's essential. 3 Red Rose, 1 Basil, you know, the Rose package. Magician Souls, I said this card was going to go up. I don't know how I feel about it in the deck right now. You can draw your bricks. I do love it as an extender. And when I mean you can draw your Mare and just mess up your whole combo. And if you were going to win anyway, you know, why would we even need to draw cards? But there's still, like, infinite cool things you can do with this deck playing this card that I don't think people are really touching on. But, you know, maybe they'll figure it out. I don't know. But in this current capacity of this build, I don't like it. And that's all I'll say about it. 3 Small World, 3 Emergency Teleport. We've already talked about Small World. Called by 2 Fusion Destiny, 1 Dasher. And then he plays this level 3 extender. When you control a level 8 synchro, you can special summon it. It does come up sometimes, but definitely not necessary. Neither is the Despot. I really don't like Despot in this deck, but both players that I'm showing elected to play it. It's cool with the Cupid pitch. I want to do the Dagda play, you know? And I think the Scythe the double snow and DPE is good enough, and that's usually what you're trading for the Auroradon combo, is you're saying the Auroradon combo is doing something better than what I just mentioned. So definitely don't think it's necessary. Anything else different? He's playing that Dark Charmer, which is cool. It's a really tight extra deck. That Chaos End Ruler, it's 2 monsters, which is always nice, especially in this deck. I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, maybe that's why he also justifies playing like the 1 nib and like all these lights and darks, but I think it's cool. I mean, it goes in line too with this level 3 extender, but I would just test it for yourself, because it's another thing that I don't think is definitively better. He actually sides a Scythe? Oh, what? What? He doesn't main Scythe. Yeah, that's crazy to me. So that's actually probably the reason he plays the Deskbot, because, you know, game 1, he's not like relying on just this ultimate win con that is Scythe. He's relying on other things. But yeah, so that's cool. I think that's, you know, heads up to him. He's still making Dagda with his Lancia. I'm sure that's really strong. It's a better hand trap going second, so definitely a good player, I think. 2 Artifact Lancia, 2 Nibiru, 3 Driver, 3 Gamma, 1 Driver, 3 Twin Twisters. I think this is one of the best spell trap removals. I like this 5-card lineup. Maybe a Lightning Storm over the Harpy's Feather Duster, I don't know. But I think this is a really solid list. I think everything was really well thought out. But I would also probably play 3 Prep over 3 Magician Souls. Yeah, I said a lot about this deck, but those are my thoughts. Then we have Paulie's deck. So Paulie also went 6-0 with this deck. He did really well. He's playing a lot of the same cards. He elected to main the Scythe, like we just saw the other person didn't, and he decided to play the Punk Engine. So with the other deck, we don't have the Punk Engine. Paulie's only playing 1, 1, and 1. This is what I'm saying with the Punk Engine, why I don't like it, because it kind of feels like we're playing 2 bricks, the 2 level 3s for 3 E-Tellies. And when we compare that to something like Fusion Destiny and the 2 Destiny heroes that are bricks, you know, what's more powerful? Way more powerful is the Destiny hero. And if I'm trying to justify playing 2 bricks, I don't think the Punk Engine is enough. And so I think the Punk Engine's super powerful, but the constriction with the right is just too much, and, you know, that leads us into a lot of problems. So I'm just looking if there's anything like really noticeable different that we could touch on elsewhere. It's pretty much like card for card the same deck, except he's not playing preps and he's playing 3 souls as well, I think. Yeah. I don't like 3 souls. Just gonna say it. And I definitely don't think the 3 Fushida is necessary. So like I've already described like probably like 10 to 11 cards we could change in this deck, you know, already. And even including the small worlds, that's 14. I love level 3 extenders, and I think, you know, we can maybe include a little more, because I think you could see a lot of bricky hands with this version. I know the 3 small world help, but I think maybe Sangan's getting a little underestimated. I think that card's really good. I search hand traps a ton, while if I already have the combo, I'll just search a hand trap, and then it's like my opponent hand traps me. I have 2 hand traps in my hand, and I'm still making like DPE and stuff, so I'm still doing all this cool stuff. Besides 3 Drools, I'm sure that was for lesser played decks in this particular tournament, because Drool doesn't hit the most played decks that hard. Not that hard at all, actually, because, you know, Prank Kids doesn't do that much. And then, you know, the 3 Cosmics, I think Twin's better, just versus Invoked and everything like that. And I don't really like it versus PK that much. We got the DPE. Anything different in the extra? No, he's got the Cupid pitch and everything else. So, yeah, I'm about at 20 minutes, and I think that's a really long time for a video. So, it's the longest I've ever done. I hope you enjoyed it. I really went into this deck deep, I think, or at least compared what the most relevant lists are in the best capacity I could. So if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. I appreciate the support, and have a good day.